Hello, hello, friends. I am currently working through a bunch of puzzles sent to me revolving around the numbers 4 and 13 for my birthday on April 13th. So there's a link in the description to a playlist of the rest of those puzzles if you'd like to see them as well. Today, this is 413 by Marty Sears. I'm really curious how many puzzles now have some kind of combination of 413 in the title. This is really neat. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Each line is formed of one or more segments, which each sum to either 4 or 13. Ooh, okay. So normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. I forgot to say this means that the numbers 1 through 6 will appear once each in each of these boxes, also once each in every row, and once each in every column. So we'll have to figure out where those go. Each line is formed of one or more segments, which each sum to either 4 or 13. Okay. So this line here, it could be one segment where everything sums to 4 or 13, or there could be a bunch of segments in here. But each segment that I break it up into will have to sum to either 4 or 13. Okay, same with all of these. This could be one segment that sums to 4 or 13, or it could be a bunch of different ones, okay? A party cell on a line indicates how many segments that line has. Ooh, that's handy. That's handy. So whatever digit goes in these party cells, like if this is a 3, that would mean that this line has 3 segments, while still each one needs to sum to 4 or 13. That's cool. My cat's playing with a paper bag right now. It's kind of loud in the background. I hope my mic doesn't pick it up. As always, there's a link to the puzzle in the description if you'd like to solve as well as this time a link to the other 413 puzzles and a link to the entire Sudoku-ish playlist that I have. And there's also a link to a Google form if you'd like to submit a puzzle. How do we want to get started? These party cells are neat. Really neat. Maybe I want to think about, I think this might be a good place to start. Because I know I do still have to follow normal Sudoku rules. So I know that I'm going to use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only once each. And I know from previous experience that that sums to 21. So if this entire line needs to sum to 21 and I need to break it into segments that are either 4 or 13, I could figure out how many I need to do, right? I could do 13, 4, 4. That's an option. 13, 4, 4. I cannot do 13 more than once. That would automatically get me to 26, which is too big. And I can't do only 4s. I think 13, 4, 4 is going to have to be how it works. So that's 3 segments. So I want this to be a 3. A party cell on a line indicates how many segments that line has. Cool. There are only 2 different ways to get 4 here. So one's going to be a single cell 4, and one is going to be a 3 and a 1. And hopefully the other digits 2, 5, and 6 sum to 13, which they do. So now I know that 1 either goes here or here. If 1 goes here, that's 3, 1. This would be a single cell 4. That's fine. If 1 goes here, my 3-digit 2, 5, 6 doesn't have anywhere to go. So let's put 1 here. This is going to be 4, 4, 1, 3. This is a segment, and this is a segment. And then this is going to be my 2, 5, 6. That sums to 13. Okay, cool. Looking at these, maybe I should have started with these actually. I need this. My total options for the entire line, right? I can't do 4 and 4 cells, so that's not going to happen. 13 and 4 cells. This would just sum to 8. If this is 3, 5, and I do the other digits, that's fine. I could do 13. 17 would be an option. Theoretically, like in the future, because 4 plus 13, it's not going to work here because this would have to sum to 4 and it doesn't, in order for this entire region to still be 21. I can't do 4 more than once because I've already used a 3. I think this just has to be one cell to get, or one segment, not one cell, one segment to get 13. The next lowest option would be 17, making this 4, and that's not going to work. So this is going to be 1, and then this needs to sum to 12. I could also think about it like, if this is 13, this sums to 8. So this would be 3, 5. Nice. This becomes 2, 6. I need a 1 here. Could this be one segment also? Oh yeah, well, this is 2, 6, which is 8, which means this does sum to 13. So nice. This is also going to be 1. 3, 5 makes this a 2, 4, 6. 2 plus 4 plus 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 1 and 2, 6 makes this 3, 4, 5. 3 and 4 is 7, plus 5 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Nice. I don't think I can say any more than that right now. That's okay. What's happening here? I might be able to think about total line again, because I know that these cells sum to 21 minus 4, which is 17. I also know this sums to 21 minus 5, which is 16. These 4 cells are 16. I was thinking I would be able to figure out more, but I don't know what these are, so that's not really helpful. This C is a 1 and a 4, so this needs to either be a 2, 3, 5, 6. I could think about it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I did it in 6 segments, there would be multiple segments that are only 1 cell. And I only have 1 spot on this line where 4 can go, so that's not going to work. So let's take out 6. Oh. I need to consider... I was reminded of my times doing Marty Sears rat run puzzles. I could like repeat digits. Not right here, but because of this one. But this could be like a 1, 2, 1, and that could be a segment of 4. Ooh, that hasn't come into play yet because all the digits on the line have seen each other, but I need to remember that. I think 6 still doesn't work because I would still have to do multiple segments with only 1 cell. If I did 5, about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would still be multiple with only 1 cell, which isn't going to work. For 4, in order to get 4 on a segment, I could have a single cell 4, I could have a 1 and a 3, I could do a 1, 2, 1. I could do 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't see anywhere in this puzzle where that would work, but that would be an option. So 4 needs to be 1, 2, maybe 3 cells. 13, I can't do it in 2. I can do it in 3. 4 cells also works. 5 cells. If they don't all see each other, 5 cells is possible. I would have to use like a 1 multiple times or something. Would 5 cells be possible here? I can't use 1s here. Yeah, that's another thing to think about. If I want a 4 on this line, a 4 sees all of this. I could put a 4 here. If I want a 1 on this line, it would have to go down here somewhere. Well, I will have a 1 on this line down here, actually. I still think 5 won't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would still have more than 1 cell that's a single digit, or more than 1 segment that's a single cell. Get my vocabulary words right. I think this has to be a 2 or a 3. If it was a 2, I know that these cells sum to 16. So that's too much. Just because of Sudoku, there's nothing I can do about it. These 4 cells sum to 16 total. So I don't want to go farther than that. And I don't want to use all 4. I would have to, at most, have my first segment be these 3 cells. Because of Sudoku, this is just a 2, 3, 5, 6. What can I get here? I could do 2, 5, 6 and get 13. But then that would mean it's a 2-segment line, so this would all go together. It might be possible. It might be possible. If this was 2, 5, 6, this would be a 3. So I would need these 4 cells to sum to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that could work. That might work. Okay, so 2 is an option. I could do these 3 and then these. What about 3? 3 numbers would sum, okay, like 13, 4, and 4 sums to 21. If this whole thing is 21, that would mean that these 3 cells sum to 4. Because if pink sums to 21, and also orange sums to 21. See, I picked bad colors for this example. I've already used those on the grid. Let's do blue. If blue sums to 21 and green sums to 21, and we take out the ones that cancel each other out, then blue and green would have to have the same sum. So I would need all 3 of these to sum to 4, and that's not going to happen with 3 cells that see each other. So what are my options? If this is a 3, I can't think of a total where 3 works here, actually. Oh yeah, well, just right here. If I put a 3 here, I don't have a way of getting 10. I don't have a way of getting 4. 10 because I would need, after the 3, I would need 10 more to get a segment of 13. I also don't have a 1 here, so I can't do 3 and 1 to get 4. There's just no options here that work with a 3. So this has to be a 2. I'm gonna do 2 segments. This is not a 3. This is a 3. This is gonna be my first segment. Let's do this one green. Then, if I'm only doing 2 segments, this is all the same segment also. So if this is a 3, this needs to sum to 10, which in 4 cells that see each other needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 4. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, meaning this is going to be a 5, 6 also. Okay. What does that clean up? This can't be a 2. This is now a 4, 6, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6. 3 comes out of here. This is definitely a 3 and then either a 4 or a 5. One of these is a 6. The other one just goes up here. That's fine. This is definitely a 2. All right. What about this line now? It does not use this cell. I need to remember that. This cell, I keep wanting to look at this part and thinking like this is 21. It's not. I'm not touching that cell. I could almost figure out the total of this. I don't know what this is. It's not a 1. It's anything else. This. It sees a 3 and a 4. So it needs to be 1, 2, 5, 6. I probably don't want this to be a 1. So what about a 2? I already have 11 here, and this is 2, so this would be 13. So all of this would have to sum to either 4 or 13, and I don't see that happening. So this is going to be a 5 or a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cells. Well, if I did 6, still a lot of segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to not think about them as 2 cell segments, really, because 2 cells is only 4. I can't get 13 in 2 cells. I know that this is not going to be 4. If I have 5, 6, this needs to be either a 1, 1, or this needs to be a 2. This is going to have to be a 2. That's the only way that works. In order for this segment to be anything. If this is 4, 6, this can't be a 6. This is going to be a 5. There you go. There you go. Because of Sudoku, this is a 1. This is going to be a 3, 4, 6. This can't be a 4. That's fine. 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 4, 6. Okay. All right. This is a segment. Now I need another segment here. This is also going to be a segment, and it's not going to be 4. So this and this are going to be a segment summing to 13. I could do 5, 6, 2, it looks like. I need to at least go here. If this is 5, 3, that's 8. This would have to be, I would have to get 7 afterwards. Nope, that's bad math. If I have 8, I need to get 5 afterwards. So I could do like 5, 3, 1, 4. But I have options. I could either do 5, 6, 2 or 5, 3, 1, and 4, it looks like. Nope, I can't use a 4. I take it back. If I do 5, 3, I have no way of getting 5 in 2 cells because I've already used a 3 and a 4 in the column. So this needs to go 5, 6, meaning this has to be a 2. Which means next segment starts here. I'm running out of colors to use. Let's do blue. I can't do just a 4 here, so the blue needs to extend to at least here. 1 is not anything by itself, so I need to extend that as well. Just it takes out 6 from there. 3, 4, 4, 6. This is a 2, so this won't be a 2. That's fine. This can't be a 1, and this can't be a... This can't be a 2. Oh, so this is actually 1, 3. Nice. This needs to be a 2 then. This is a 1, 3. This is also a 1, 3, but it sees a 1 on the left, so this is a 3, and this is a 1, so this is a 3. Meaning this is going to be a 4, and this is going to be a 3 just because of Sudoku. Okay. 1 and 3 is 4. That could be a segment. This could be another segment that just sums to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this would all be one segment that might sum to 13. 3. Let's look at Sudoku. This needs to be a 5, 6, and a 4. This needs to be a 5, 6, and a 1. This is actually going to be 1. This is not 1. This is a 5, 6. Okay. If this is a single cell segment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. If this is just a 4 by itself, then this would all need to sum to 13. 1 and 4, these two would have to be 9. It could be 4, 5. That works. Is that the only way this works? There's no way I can have a 1 here, so this 3, 1 can't be 4. This will have to be part of 13. And so I need to go this direction. Oh, but what if I do 3, 4, 6? That's 13, but then this one would be left alone. Yeah, I have to do it this way. Cool, 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 cool. This is 1 and 3 for this segment. So I already have 4, meaning this needs to sum to 9. The only way to do that with these numbers is if this is a 4 and this is a 5. This is a 6, so this is a 5 and this is a 6. Over here, this can't be a 3 or a 5, so it's a 4. This can't be a 6, so it's a 2. This is a 6. This is a 5. This is a 3. 4 makes this a 6, and this a 4, and this a 6, and this a 5. I want to clean up my segments. No, actually, they make sense. If I do alternating colors, that's fine. Happy birthday, Kathy! Yay! Thank you! Oh, this was a lot of fun. I'm really, really liking these, the puzzles where I have to break the lines into my own segments. These are really cool. I think I started with a good place here. I think having these digits along the left column to help me out with everything else was a really good starting place. And, it was good to think about the entire column being 21. But I think I tried to use that a little too much. I was looking for it elsewhere, and so like if all of these sum to 21, yeah, but like that really helped me. It did help a little with narrowing down options when I saw that these 3 cells would have to sum to this if this was going to be 21. So that wasn't going to work, and I needed to have a 2 here. That was really helpful. I wasn't anticipating both of these being 1. I was thinking I would have a bunch of different numbers here, but yeah, they don't see each other. And then, yeah, I can repeat digits in a segment whenever they follow Sudoku rules. So that was cool as well. Very nice puzzle, Marty, as always. Let me know how you all did in the comments.